All right. Hello. Welcome. It's me, Bill Patton. Uh, so in this time together, I'm going to talk about a couple of different things. Number one, I'm in pre-launch mode with my book that will be about net play, and I'm not telling the title of it just yet. But I'm going to give you some details about that. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the WTCA, and then I will be giving some announcements about what's coming up soon. Quick reminder, tomorrow, Tuesdays at 10, which is Pacific Standard Time, Tuesdays at 10 a.m., I will be having Practical Neuroscience number 3, and I'm going to be going live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can rely on that. And then occasionally I will also go live here just when the mood strikes. All right. So first thing is the book about net play is really going to be about helping players get from whatever level of net player they are now to the next level. And so the first thing that's really kind of important for a player to do is identify what level of net player are they. So the lowest level is the net avoider, and made famous by the famous comment that they go to the net to shake hands, but they're careful not to get too close because their fear of the net is palpable, right? And then you have the net visitor, right? So you have somebody who will go to the net if they have to go to the net. And, once they're there, then they can probably hit one volley. If they're going to have to hit 2 volleys, it's probably not going to go well. And then from there comes the net regular. And what really probably the most important thing that happens from becoming a net visitor to a net regular is that you make up your mind that you're going to do it. And there are some great stories of players who upped their results and, even moved to number 1 in the world by simply just going from being somebody who visited the net to becoming regular at the net, and are closing more points out and thus reducing the amount of effort that it takes to win a point. And from there, the net regular can become the net controller. So if there's one person who's a net regular and the other player is a net controller, then the net controller gets to the net before they can and can take away the net from anybody else who might want to have it, except for the next level, the net dominator, right? So like a net controller might occasionally serve and volley, right? But a net dominator will frequently serve and volley, and especially in doubles. So, and then we overcome a lot of the conventional wisdom in the book because, it wasn't that long ago that people said, oh, you can't come to the net anymore these days, right? But then look at what Alcaraz is doing. Look at what Medvedev is doing. Look at Djokovic, right? Look at Coco Gauff, right? So all of them come to the net and do quite well. So, part of what inspired the book was actually Carlos Alcaraz's emergence as, with Djokovic a little bit right now, really asserting himself as one of the very best players right now. So that inspired that because he brings so much athleticism to his net play, more more athleticism, I would dare say, than Pete Sampras. In my mind, one of the most athletic net players was Pat Rafter, who he's one of my favorite players to watch and emulate myself. So, all right, so that book is coming out soon. It's coming out very, very soon, and if you are someone that would like to review it, I'm taking applications for that. And the reason I'm taking applications is because so many people have asked to review my books. I give them to them for free, and then I never hear from them again. So some of you are extremely faithful about, you get the book, you read it really quick, and you review it, and then I can make your review an executive review that appears in the book. Would you like your review to appear in my book? I would like that. So I want you to apply for that. So send me an email, infinitevisioncoach@gmail.com, and say, I would like to review your book. And I have a small list of people that I will send it to automatically because I trust them to follow through, right? And I have to say, it's a little disappointing when a so-called tennis professional, when somebody who's is a tennis pro and they're supposedly professional at things, they make promises and then they don't deliver. So anyway, so the next thing is things are going really well with the WTCA, and the mission statement has been rewritten and objectives are clearly in place. And the number one objective right now is membership drive. So if you are interested in becoming a WTCA member, now is the time. It's going to be very important. You are, wishing that there were more women coaches, and there need to be. I mean, as somebody who's been a director of tennis in the past, a couple different times, three, 4 times, I've always tried to have, a woman staff member on my teaching staff because, many times more than half of our clientele are women. And so it's just natural. It's the natural balance that we want to have in serving our clients. And yeah, it's interesting how, in fact, many women will prefer to have a male coach, and that's fine. That's neither here nor there. But some would actually prefer. Actually, many would really prefer to have a female coach. And so let's get more out there and promote people's careers and all that. So WTCA, Ann Grossman, CEO, is doing a drive right now to get members into the WTCA. Go to the WTCA website, Women's Tennis Coach Association, and join right up. And one thing I really enjoy about it is when I first went to my first WTCA event, I was thinking, okay, how am I going to be treated because I'm a man, right? And so I went and went to the event, and I was like, okay, is there going to be some kind of interesting behavior there? And I'll tell you what, it was so warm and friendly and welcoming and all that stuff. And all 3 of the WTCA events that I've been to are solidly inside my top 10 of any conference I've ever been to. And that's largely because Ann Grossman knows, all of the very best people in tennis, top-notch, cutting-edge, professional level coaches. And so there's so much to learn in that regard. Anyway. And so, I've been to like 50 different conferences in my life. And so all of those are in the top 5. think one time I went to one that was really outstanding. I can't remember which one was like the best ever. But anyway, and then here's what's coming next. So I'm going to be publishing this book in the next couple of days, maybe another week. I'm very close to the end of the final edit. And then immediately on the heels of that, then I'm going to go back to Tennis Strategy 201, because the original book that I started was Tennis Strategy 101, which is really geared to the kind of the new tennis player, because we want to get all these new people who have come into the game since 2020. In fact, more people have come into tennis since 2020 than the entire pickleball population. Right. So even though pickleball is growing, fast by percentage because they started with so few, right? Tennis by gross numbers, by the big numbers, has actually grown more and accepted more people. But we want to get all those people playing. We want to get them playing smart tennis. Not necessarily winning ugly, right? But playing smart tennis. And so, I break down in that first book, where do the errors come from and how can you avoid them? And if you can just reduce your errors, you're going to do a lot better. You're going to have a lot more fun. That's really the name of the game, at the 2-5 and the 3-0 level. And some 3-5 players would even be helped by that. But then Tennis Strategy 201 is for the, 3-5, 4-0, and wants to get to become a 4-5 player and beyond. So there are different issues that come in, because as you go 3-5 and 4-0 and you want to play against 4-5 players, now the spin, there's a wider variety of spins you have to deal with. People are more fit, they're faster, stronger, right? And then as you go up, those things only increase, right? The speed of the ball only increases, the variety of spins and the athleticism of the people that you meet go up and up and up. So in short order, 201 will come out, and hopefully that will be in under 2 months after that. So that's it for today. But, let's, today, just, go and look at your players or yourself and say, okay, am I a net avoider? Am I a net visitor? Am I a net regular, controller, or dominator? And, when I was at the top of my game, I tried to dominate the net. Didn't always work, but, that's where I wanted to be. And if I'm playing somebody and they're a really tough matchup and they've got the passing shots that are giving me trouble, I had other ways I could play. But maximizing that net play was something that I really needed to do, because I'm kind of an adrenaline junkie. So that's it. I already said that's it, and now I'm serious, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.